So the removal process is complete, and we have shocks as far as the eye can see. Basically, what you're looking at right here is technology in terms of handling and suspension and overall ride characteristics that have been handcuffed. And thanks to the guys at Shock Therapy, now we're going to unleash potential of some very sophisticated Fox shocks.
So I know some of you might be watching this and saying, oh, they took Fox shocks off and they're putting Fox shocks back on. We are, but these are upgraded on the internals and the valving. And basically, it's a company called Shock Therapy, and they've been working with doing this kind of thing for a decade or so, mainly in the side-by-side market like that, right? So what they do, because the manufacturers, like you said, their hands are tied, and they have to limit everything down, dummy it down, govern it, whatever word is you want to use.
Protect people from themselves.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. So what Shock Therapy does is they come in there and revalve and put the new internals in there and basically take that shock and let it live to its full potential.
Now, when you talk about the spring, that is something that's basically going to handle the overall weight of the vehicle, right? How many accessories you're going to pile on and how many people you're going to put in the vehicle. So that's going to make a huge transformation in overall ride handling. But where it comes to where it's customized specifically to your needs, that's where all the internal modifications come. Like, I'm a guy who's probably going to drive a little bit more aggressive and get after a little bit more. And your guy wants to drive around and wave at people and have, a good time.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, but they can customize your overall ride for your specific driving needs by modifying the internals of your existing shock.
Now, here's where it gets even better than that, because we've been talking up to this point about how that's been going on in the side-by-side market. Well, we shift down here, and as you saw, we took the shocks off of the Raptor, too. So if it's the Raptor or the Raptor Bronco, or basically any street vehicle that came with stock Fox shocks on it, you can get a system from Shock Therapy that's going to unlock the potential, and they really just kind of tailor-make it to you. And they'll make an appointment, right? So you take your shocks off, you send them out there, they redo them, send them right back to you. So you're not down and out of the game for very long either.
Right.
All right. There we go. All right.
You gotta have to cock that a little bit.
Nice.
Money. You just gonna do that with your hand?
I'm just gonna pick up the entire vehicle, dude. I probably picked it up too high, didn't I?
All right, yeah. Put her down.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get that buttoned up here in a minute.
All right.
All right, so we're going to continue putting all the shocks back in that we took out, and then we've got to still deal with that steering rack as well. So we got an ambitious day ahead of us.
Yeah, we got this.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Truck U. We have been dialing in the shocks on that Raptor as well as that other side-by-side. Lo and behold, we've got another project right here. This is a corporate vehicle for those guys at Motor Enclave. Now, basically, anyone and everyone gets behind the wheel of this thing, and they treat it like it's a rental car. You know what I mean? That they took out the insurance, and the end result is you've got a little bit of an issue.
So the issue apparently is the steering. We don't know how bad it is yet. So let's get in here. Dude, literally the mud is just dropping off of this thing. All right.
Boom, done.
Yep.
This falls right out.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
Yep. All right. So the fix for the steering issues on this is also from Shock Therapy. When you take a look at this versus what was in there, and you just say, this is massive, and it looks, you like to say, a beefy piece.
Yes, it is.
It really is. So we were looking at this when we were putting a little bit of load on the one side, and you could see on the steering, and that whole system that was on their stock, it was tweaking and moving around, right? And that's because it's actually made of a couple different pieces. And I think they designed that to kind of flex with that when there's a lot of weight and a lot of heaviness on the steering. But the problem is that's all going to go back in here, and that's just going to roll it up, and that is going to wear your steering out over time. And now you're not going to have that problem.
Well, the thing is, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. The more aggressive you are, the bigger wheel and tire, and the more abuse you put to it, the quicker it's going to go. Yeah. So by going with something like this, not only is it a beefier piece, but it's got multiple patents in the overall design, so it's almost over-engineered. It allows you to put adjustments into it, gives you a different feedback when you're driving. So some can be a little bit more of a more relaxed feel. Otherwise, you're going to feel the road a little bit more, feel the course a little bit more. Then you go on with all the other stuff that goes along with it. Now, this is one for a Polaris. This is for the Can Am. Yeah. But you've got the aluminum tie rods. You've got the sway bar. And what's really cool here is they even offer a limiter strap for the shock.
You know what my neighbor Bill says? Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. And that's what we're doing here, which is going to be good for the longevity of this vehicle. Anger.
I'm learning from the master.
Betrayal.
There you go, baby.
So let's test out the work that we did, right? If you go down the line, the first one we did that steering box on there, and that was the one that Motor Enclave.
Yeah, that was their corporate vehicle. Then a buddy of ours has got the one that looks almost identical next to it. We did the shock therapy upgrade on it,
Yeah.
as well as what the sway
The
bar.
sway bars, yeah. And then there was the Raptor, so we did the whole shock therapy suspension system on that, and the boiler exhaust.
Right.
So it sounded good. Now all we have to do is get out and test them a little bit. And you know what, dude? Nobody's looking right, right? So we might be able to just hop in these things again.
Let's go have some fun.
I think it's frowned upon, but we'll worry about that.
We can always apologize later.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, these things are a blast. Dude, I like it out here. This is pretty cool. Neat. The whole concept of the place is neat. And it's like there's an airport right there because there's planes taking off.
Here's the thing, I don't like it. I love it. I mean, because like this, for an adrenaline junkie, this is the go-to place. And then when you're done, you hop back in your little condo area, jump in the pool, have a cold beverage. I mean, this is what living is all about.
Look, we did the work on the two side-by-sides, and let's talk about this because we wanted to bring the Raptor out too, and we're not going crazy. We're just taking it slow. It feels nice, like the suspension feels good.
Oh, it feels great, man.
It sounds good. I'm pretty happy with this, and I think our buddy that owns this truck will be as well.
All right, Matt, the jump is coming up. Listen, this is just two guys talking. Nobody can see us right now.
Yep.
I say we brace for impact. Let's see what this thing's got. It's got the good shocks on it. There's only one way to find out.
That would be an absolutely horrible idea.
Are you ready?
And I love it.